Good afternoon to all. Welcome to Digital Learning, Department of Collegiate Education. Here, myself, P.Ranganayakulu, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Aid College for Women, Tumkur. In this video, and with the help of this video, we can understand the introduction of business law, the meaning of business law, and also the definition of business law. In the earlier videos, so you have understand the meaning, introduction, and the definition of law, and the importance of law, and also the branches or the classification of law. And today, with the help of this video, we can able to understand what is the introduction of business law and the meaning of business law and also the definition of business law. And today we will see that what is the introduction relating to the business law. What is the introduction of business law? So the business law, it encompasses all of the laws that dictate how to form and run a business. And also the business law, it includes all of the laws that govern how to start, buy, manage and close or sell any type of business. Business laws establish the rules that all businesses should follow. The business law encompasses all of the laws that dictate how to form and run a business. The business law is the branch of law, and around the business law and for the business law, all the laws are also applicable. So if you want to do the business peoples have to follow the laws relating to the examples, the Negotiable Instruments Act, the Indian Contract Act, Sale of Goods Act, and Consumer Protection Act, and all the laws which are followed by the business law and which are followed by the business peoples. Therefore, all these laws are also applicable for the businessman if they wants to do the business. ಅಂದ್ರೆ business law ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಾ. ಬಟ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅಂಥವರು ಸೊ ಅದರ್ ಲಾಸ್ನ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲು ದ ನೆಗೋಷಿಯಬಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟು, ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟು ಮತ್ತು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ದ ಆಲ್ ಅದರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದ business, then only will become success in the business. Suppose if you are ignored the laws relating to the other acts and wherein we will face the legal problems in the future. So that in order to overcome all these legal complications or the legal problems, and each and every businessman has to observe all the laws relating to the business. So therefore, the business law is the branch of law, and the business law is not only the branch of law, and business law it includes all the laws. Then only if the businessman is observed, and also the that dictate means all the other laws which dictates how to form and run a business. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಲಾಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌ ಟು ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ and how to run the business. So therefore, you take for example, if you wants to start a company, you would have to follow the Companies Act regulations, Companies Act provisions. Then all these the partnership business ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರೋಂಥ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರನೇ ನಾವು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಾ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಲ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್, ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಥವ್ರು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲಾಸ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ that are included and the relating to the business, how to form and run a business. And the business law which also includes all of the laws that govern how to start, that govern, that deals how to start. Business law, it includes all of the laws and which deals with, the business law deals with the how to start the business, and also how to buy the goods, and how to manage the business, and how to close or sell any type of business. ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಗುಡ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲಾ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ದಿ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಫಾಲೋ. ಅಂದರೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲಾ ಇಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ the laws relating to the establishment of the business and the running of the business, and also the rules that are all businesses should follow. This is about the introduction of the business law. And next let us come to know the what is the meaning of business law. The meaning of business law is, business law is the branch of civil law dealing with rights and obligations of mercantile persons arising out of mercantile transactions in respect of business property. That is the meaning of business law. And let us see what we can understand with the help of this meaning. That is, business law is the branch of civil law. So like already we are explained in this video, that is the business law is a branch of the law, and therefore the branch of what it is a civil law for the business. The that is criminal law is not applicable for the business. It is applicable only the civil law, and the civil law it deals with the rights and obligations of mercantile persons. That is the persons, those who are doing the business, and the rights and obligations of mercantile persons which are mentioned in the business law. So therefore, and what are the rights, the legal rights for the business peoples, and not only the rights, and also what are their obligations, and what are those that is obligations that are of the business peoples, which are all mentioned in the subject of business law, and of the mercantile persons arising out of mercantile transactions. When at the time of doing the business, and whatever the what are the rights and obligations of the mercantile peoples and the mercantile persons which are being included in the business law, which are specified in the business law subject, and whereas in respect of business property. So therefore, with the help of this meaning, ನಾವು ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಲಾ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಲಾ. ಮತ್ತು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲಾ ಇಟ್ ಡೀಲ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಬ್ಲಿಗೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮರ್ಕಂಟೈಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲಾ ಇಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ the rights and obligations of the business law. It deals with the rights of the mercantile persons, and also what are the obligations, what are the responsibilities of the mercantile persons arising when at the time of doing the mercantile transactions in respect of business property ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಈ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಆಗಿ, ಮತ್ತು ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಲಿಗೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನು, ಅವರ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಈ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ ಇನ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ, ಹೌ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ legally the business property of the mercantile persons, which is also how to protect the business property of the mercantile persons is also mentioned in the business law. This is about the meaning of business law. So that clearly it is mentioned in the meaning of business law that what is the role of business law and what is how it is important for the business peoples or mercantile persons ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So therefore that is very very important for all the business peoples to observe, to verify and to follow the law relating to the business. Next, let us come to the definition of business law. So what is the definition of business law? The business law defines as a branch of law that regulates relations that originate from conducting economic activities or that are in a close subject or functional relations with such activities. So let us see once again the definition of business law. The business law, it defines that it is a branch of law that is called as the one of the branch of business law is one of the branch of law. Already we have stated that the business law is a branch of law and it regulates, it controls the relations that originate from conducting economic activities or that are in a close subject or functional relation with such activities. So therefore the business law, with the help of business law, we can understand what is the law relating to the business for doing the business activities, that is called as the economic activities, and it controls the relations, that is how to maintain the business relationship with the other persons, with the other business peoples or with the customers. It is mentioned in the business law that originate from conducting economic activities, that is called as when at the time of doing the business, when at the time of conducting some economic activities. So what type of law is to be followed and what rules are to be followed by the business peoples, that are mentioned in the business law, and it is a close subject or functional relation with such activities. Therefore the business law is very very important because it specifies, it is one of the very very important for all the business peoples. It is very important for the business peoples following the rules and regulations of the business law with such other activities. Therefore functional relation with such activities, that is called as the business activities. Therefore every person, those who are doing the business or the practice of the business activities, has to observe the business law because it is the guide for the business peoples and it states the rules and regulations for the business peoples. So next, let us come to know the one more definition of the business law. Business law is also defined as that portion of the legal system which guarantees an orderly conduct of business affairs and the settlement of legitimate disputes in a just manner. Therefore here also with the help of this definition we can understand the definition of business law. Business law is also defined as that portion of the legal system. So because the business law, it consists of the rules and regulations relating to the business, and it is a legal rules, it consists of the legal rules. Therefore the business law is a system, that system is called as a legal system which is to be followed by all the business peoples and which guarantees an orderly conduct of, that is called as, if everybody is followed the that law relating to the business or the business law, it guarantees, means, so with the help of this law and the business peoples will not face any legal problems or the legal consequences. Therefore it guarantees for all the business peoples for the orderly, for correct conduct of business affairs orderly conduct of business affairs and for doing the good business affairs and the settlement of legitimate disputes in a just manner. And if there is any disputes between the business peoples and the customers or between the business peoples, and they can be settled with the help of this with the reference of the business law. So therefore this is also one of the definition of the business law. And business law establishes a set of rules and prescribes conduct that enables us to avoid misunderstanding and injury in our business relationships. That is, business law, it establishes a set of rules and prescribes. So therefore already we have understand that business law, it establishes a set of rules, it specifies, it formulates a set of rules, and also that rules it prescribes conduct that enables us conduct of business. It prescribes how to conduct the business, and also that rules it enables us to avoid the misunderstandings and injury and the misunderstandings between the peoples, and also injury in our business relationships. So therefore if something injury is happened for the business peoples, that is if any loss is occurred to the business peoples, and that can be recovered from the opposite party with the help of the legal system prevailing in the subject of business laws. That is called as the business law. Therefore it establishes a set of rules, and also therefore with the help of this we can understand that business law is it establishes, it formulates a set of rules, that is called as it consists of the set of rules, and it prescribes, and you have to follow those rules for conducting of the business, and that rules which enables us to avoid misunderstandings and between the that is of peoples, either with the customers or with the other business peoples, and injury in our business relationships. So therefore if something is loss is happened to the business people because of the others, because of the public, and that loss can be recovered with the help of the rules contained in the subject of business laws. Therefore the business law is very much important for the peoples, those who are interested to do the business, and already those who are doing the business, because it is a guide. Business law is a guide for the business peoples not to occur any loss and not to lose any business relationship with the other customers. So therefore the business law is very important for all the suppose you take for example, if there is no any law relating to the business, at the time the business peoples will face the so many difficulties, the loss may be sustained. So therefore, and the business law it includes not only that the law, that is law relating to the business, and as a businessman he has to observe the laws relating to the different activities. You take for example Negotiable Instruments Act. As a businessman he should have the knowledge about the negotiable instruments, that is check, demand draft, and all these promissory notes. So therefore if the businessman if he has no idea about all these that is called as negotiable instruments, then he will face the so many difficulties. What are the materials of the check, and if he wants to issue the check to other business peoples or to the customers, or if he is collected any check from the customers or any other business peoples, he should observe what are the materials of the check and what are the materials of the promissory note, how it will be enforced, and is it valid or is it void, and he should have the knowledge. And therefore all these, that is the rules relating to the Negotiable Instruments Act, and also, and if he wants to do the business, partnership business, he should have the knowledge about the Indian Partnership Act of 1932 and the Sale of Goods Act 1930, and he should have the knowledge about all these acts. Otherwise, he will face the difficulties. Suppose if he is not having any knowledge about the Sale of Goods Act, so that is what is called guarantee, how is the guarantee is to be given for the customers, and what is the prescribed conditions which are mentioned in the Sale of Goods Act, and if he is not having any knowledge about the Sale of Goods Act, and he will face the practical difficulties. So therefore, in order to avoid those practical difficulties in future, when he was doing the business, and he should have the knowledge about the Sale of Goods Act and Indian Partnership Act, not only the Negotiable Instruments Act, not only the Sale of Goods Act, not only the that is called as the Partnership Act, the knowledge about the Partnership Act, and he should have the knowledge about the Indian Contract Act also. And it is very, very important for the businessman to have the knowledge about the Indian Contract Act of 1872. So therefore, he has to enter with the other persons with the so many contracts. So therefore, and what is the valid contract, and how it will become the valid contract, and how it is enforceable, what are the essentials of a valid contract, and you should have the knowledge about all those essentials to become that contract as a valid contract. Otherwise, that contract become the void contract. It will not be enforceable by law in the court. Therefore, and he will face the financial, he will be occur the financial loss, and as well as other problems will be faced by the businessman. Therefore, he should have the knowledge about all the fields of the different acts, that is called as the Indian Contract Act. Not only that, and also if he is doing some other that is international business, that is called as the global business, he should have the knowledge about the Foreign Exchange Management Act and also other acts. Suppose if he wants to establish his own business, at the time he should have the knowledge about the Environmental Protection Act, because in order to establish his own business, how to protect the environment and how to establish the business, and what type of that is law that is there, that rules and regulations in the Environment Protection Act, and that should be observed for doing the business and also for the establishment of the industries. Therefore, all the business people should have the knowledge about the field, the knowledge in the different that is of rules, there are different that is of laws. Then only the business peoples will become more success. Otherwise, they will face the so many difficulties in the time of doing the business. So therefore, so with this help of video, we have understand about the introduction of business law. So that with the help of this introduction and how the business law is important for the business peoples, how the business law is to be followed by the business peoples. Otherwise, how, what type of practical difficulties will we face, what is the importance of business law, and how to establish the business, and all these are mentioned in the business law. And let us come, that is the, with the help of the meaning of business law, we have understand the business law, what is called as the business law, and what is the rights, and what are the and the business law, it consists of the rights and obligations of the mercantile persons, and that is called as how they will be protected their business property, and what are the rights and obligations of the business peoples, which are all being mentioned in the business law. And with the help of the definitions, and which are we are understand what is the definition of the business law, and how the business law it regulates the business activities, and also it is one of the very important for the economic activities, and as well as it is one of the most important functional area for the business peoples. And also the with the help of this definition, we have understand about the business law, which gives us the guarantee for the business peoples for orderly conduct of the business affairs and the settlement of the legitimate disputes in a just manner. And also the business law, it establishes a set of rules and prescribes conduct that enables us to avoid misunderstandings and injury in our business relationships, not to occur any injury for the business peoples, and to maintain the good relationships with the business peoples. All the business peoples have to observe the business law, because the business law is the guide, the law relating to the business, the law which is to be followed by the business people, and it is one of the guide for all the business peoples to become more successful in their business. And therefore the business law is very very important for all the business peoples. And otherwise, if they are ignored the law relating to the business, definitely they will face the so many practical difficulties in their business. Definitely they will occur the loss, and there will be a position, and they will become to the position that to close their businesses in a short span of time. So that in order to overcome these difficulties, and not to occur any financial difficulties, not to occur any legal difficulties in their business, and the business people have to follow all these laws relating to the business, then only they will become success in their business field. Otherwise, it is very difficult for those people to become more and more success in the field of their business. Therefore, it is very very important for all the business people to follow the business laws. And if there is any misunderstandings between the customers and between the business people, other business peoples, and that can be overcome, and that misunderstandings can be rectified with the help of the business law. And not to occur any injury. Suppose it is common to all the business peoples getting some loss because of the injury which is done by the other peoples, and that loss can be maybe a nominal damages or maybe other types of damages which can be recovered from the parties from whom there is a injury which is occurred for the business peoples. And also we can maintain the good relationship with the business peoples. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲಾ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು ಎಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇದು ಒಂದು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಸಮ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ and also which prescribes, which specifies conducting of that business, and also the business which enables us to avoid the misunderstanding. ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ it is common to create some misunderstandings between other peoples, other business peoples ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಅಂಥ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಥವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಮಿಸ್ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಲಾ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಎ ಲಾಟ್. ಮತ್ತು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಕಾಮನ್, ನಾವು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸೊ ಇಂಜೂರಿ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸು ಆ ಥರ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅಂಥ ಒಂದು ಲಾಸನ್ನು ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೇಸನ್ನು ಅವ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವು ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಾಂಪೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜಸ್ ನಾವು ರಿಕವರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ದ ಗುಡ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಶಿಪ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್, and also it is the other public also, it is to be followed by other peoples also. The public has to observe the minimum what is the law relating to the business, and how to buy the goods, and what is the guarantee that is given by the business peoples, and all these are to be observed by the customers and other peoples. Then only our business will become more successful in the real life. Otherwise you will face the so many difficulties, because the success is very very important for all the business peoples, and it is possible provided the business peoples have to observe some laws relating to the business should be followed, and also not only the business peoples, even the public is also to be followed the law relating to the business activities. Then only our business will become more success, and we will become more success. So with the help of this video we have understand about the law relating to the business, that is the introduction of business law, and also the meaning of business law, and also the definitions of business law, somewhat to the extent of what is the role of law of the business in the success of our business. Thank you. Thank you.